I don't get it. I thought the bleeding was the point.
That's not... Never mind.
Best be on my way.
Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him safe. Listen to him coo. Till I gets hungry or some such. What's it to ya? Then catch one on your own.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
All right, calm down. I don't want no trouble. Here's the key. Pigeon's all yours.
Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. Ah, what's a bit of metal between allies, hmm? I'll do one better. Tell me where we can meet each other once we've slipped the goblin yoke. And I'll offer much more than gold. Knowledge, my friend, is priceless. Smashing! Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain!
Absolute's looking out for me now.
I ain't never felt so strong.
Talk. That the jingle of coin I hear? You've timed it well, my friend. Already turned quite the profit today. So I'm feeling generous. Aye, so you have. It's one place the Zentarim can trade openly, thank the gods. Folk up here like to quiver over right and wrong, until the coin starts clinking anyway. It's just business. If there was money in being good, the Zentarim would be pure as paladins. You joking? Goblins sell the best prisoners. Cheap, quiet, and eager to be elsewhere. Till this crowd converted and started sending their captives to Moonrise Towers, at least. No complaints, mind. I just sold enough smoke powder to cover the loss 10 times over. All I need to. There's an awful lot of folk flowing that way. And coin is sure to follow. Might have to find my faith and see this absolute for myself, eh? Still some deals to be done here, though. You want to trade or what? Indolence breeds madness.
Absolute looking out for me now.
Nobody's gonna push us around anymore.
Pleasure.
Obey the drown, serve the absolute, and you may. Show us.
Here goes nothing.
Faith is obedience. Follow my teachings. Follow
Smells like burnt flesh in here.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut needs to touch you too. Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh. shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace yourself. This'll sting. Hold still.
As pain muddles your thoughts, your minds become entangled. A familiar sensation. She too carries a parasite. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You stand before the goblin priestess in the temple once again. Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there. Digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe I can help with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another. Of course. Don't want this rabble interfering with true soul business. Let's go to my chapel.
Oi! Priestess!
Acted like
We
us.
want the mark!
Why do they think they're talking to a god?
Ain't we good enough for the
If this
Absolute?
Absolute uses the tadpoles to speak to true souls, that makes them more than deviant. It makes them dangerous.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting around. Ready to clear your head? Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell. Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
Eager for battle. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Ready to clear your head? Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest. Don't want anyone peeping on private matters, so... There we go. Secret and safe. Well, secret.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind, like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric. Sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches, and you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Helps! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain. No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah? No. You ain't leaving till we get to the bottom of this. You could be dangerous. It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple. I guess we're doing this the hard way, then. This could have gone easy for you. Get in here! We've got trouble!
Better not be cursed. Another step forward. Blackets will be done.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Blackets will be done.
Your violence hasn't gone unnoticed. It's about...
Action, not reaction. Quickly then.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Let's finish this. Disgusting creature. We did her a favor.
can't afford to stay idle. Never a dull moment.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire. The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers. The world swims as you close, then reopen your eyes. How long have you been waiting here? A moment? A night? A 10-day?
Chukil Gate Vlakith Mazathok! Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others. Then, myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust. A shadow swims across your vision, and a familiar voice tells you to be calm. You are loved. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlakith.
I will not let the Geich take me. I will earn Vlakith's honor. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a Mind Flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it. Nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
I have something to ask.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company. Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know? Quite shocking. The druid Halson had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close. Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're either an excellent storyteller, or you've experienced something quite exceptional. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? Curious. Illithids, their technical name, form a hive mind. One shouldn't be able to hear their dark whispers unless... Are you familiar with the process of ceremorphosis? That is what happens when a mind flare parasite infects a living host. I can't attest to the specifics, but I do know that not long after insertion, the host, that's you, turns into a mind flayer. As there's not a tentacle on your head, I can only assume you haven't been infected.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception. You're delusional. I'd sooner trust a night hag than a strange figure bearing dream gifts.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
Your mind swells as it subsumes everything the tadpole has to offer. Everything it was and everything it was destined to be. Pure potential. Pure power.
Good. You have grown your power and improved your chances of survival.
Kincha! No good will come of devouring a gay worm, no matter what you might think.
Mark my words. This power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the gate tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers. Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir Library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Come on then, don't leave me in suspense. How are you feeling? No errant tentacles? No sudden cravings for a more cerebral diet? Wonderful. Advantages are a more precious commodity than I'd have hoped, given the nature of our predicament. commend you on your willingness to take such a risk. Now, let's hope your new illithid fuel prowess tipped the balance suitably in our favor. Was there another matter you wish to discuss? Go ahead. I'm listening.
What path lies before me?
Well, no tentacles yet. I suppose we can consider that a success. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk. Need something?
It was bad enough having just one of those tadpoles forced upon us. I can scarcely believe you actually inflicted another on yourself. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. Well, perhaps you have a point. Fine. Let's explore these powers then. I just hope we don't come to regret it. I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely. Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her? Well, if that troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest me. Ah, but there's no bailiff here, is there? Just leagues of wilderness and the dangers lurking within. We're in this together, but I'll happily go it alone. My faith will keep me company. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? No, I can't. I mean, I literally can't. There's certain things I can't remember right now. Shah's secrets must be preserved above all else. All who worship her know this. I have had certain memories suppressed, voluntarily, so that I can serve Shah without compromising her. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored. That is not for you to know. Leave it at that. My faith will guide me.
Still breathing, despite everything. Eager for battle.
That might be worth a look. A small hurdle. That might be worth a look.
I'd have to be a lot smaller to squeeze in there.
All right, what now? I'll give it a shot. Should mind my step. I want to have a word.
You with that other drow what's been bossing us around? We're work.
Bet it's nice being a drow, strutting about like your arse is made of diamonds.
Go stick.
Thought you, drow, had already gone off to the tower.
Praise his ever-bleeding axe. Praise his throne of flaming iron. Praise Magloviet.
You know Magloviet, a tyrannical deity who treats his goblinoid followers as slaves.
Trying to interrupt my prayers? Scared of a real god? You're as goonless as the rest of them. They'll turn on you soon enough. Then you'll be wishing you was in a cage. You'll end up being supper for the spiders or the wargs. If you had half a brain, you wouldn't be mucking around in here at all. They've all gone balmy. Had their heads turned from the old ways by some upstart god. Good. tell you were as balmy as the rest of them as soon as I clapped eyes on you. Bollocks to your absolute, and bollocks to you and all.
What's next?
There's a time and a place for smashing, but it appears this isn't it. You're getting locked up.
Can't slow down. Something's on my mind.
Boss Ragslin weren't lying when he said anyone could join the Absolute's ranks.
Keep moving. Lest you're wanting a clubbing and drubbing. Make your own move, and Boss Ragslin will chew you up and spit out the chunks.
Here, any one of you casting aspersions on the
Spiders are down there, boss. Lovely spiders. Keeps them real clean, we do.
We treat the spiders real kind, ma'am. Feed them the plumpest prisoners. Sugan al Sukok, Otashokek Dos. I command you, corpse. Speak. Reveal truth to the Absolute.
By Vlakith's blade, a geich.
Nothing. Must be reading it wrong. Sugan al Sukok.
The hobgoblin turns to you, and the parasite squirms in your skull. You taste the ale on his tongue and the bile in his soul. The visions cloud your inner eye for a brief moment once again. You see the hobgoblin bowing before the armored elf you'd glimpsed before. The elf speaks of the hunt for a great weapon and the rewards that will go to whoever finds it. The hobgoblin's eyes gleam hungrily.
Another drow true soul. As if there weren't enough of you.
He doesn't speak his next words, yet they still rattle your skull from within.
You ever talk to a dead squid? Now's your chance.
You choke on black smoke as the hobgoblin bellows his incantation.
I command you, corpse. Speak and say sooth. Lucan ok al koldek shulkok
The hideous corpse rises, tentacles writhing. The creature from the wreckage.
Absolute says the dead squiddy had a weapon. I reckon the killer nabbed it and scooted off to that looter camp. We find who killed it, and we find who took that weapon. So settle in.
You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks. It's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the Goblin camp. Her mind focuses. Their suspicion cannot be aroused. They cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. Your heart seizes. Under questioning, the creature might recognize you as its killer. Raxlin's mind reels, then calms. He will speak as you command. With Raxlin's voice, you ask.
What were you doing in Faerun?
Raxlin scowls, shocked by his own words, and a jolt shoots through your skull. The creature speaks in visions. A swarm of Githyanki dragon riders, silver blades held high, control panels melting, flesh pods spilled open.
Githamans. They know something.
He is suspicious, confused by the question that fell from his lips. You proceed carefully.
Who is the Absolute?
Raxlin frowns in confusion at a question he would never have asked. You see an image. Curved drow blades, crude goblin torches, gnoll teeth dripping blood. You see other mind flayers arranged in a serene circle. Absolute unity. Absolute power.
You're kidding me. Very helpful, Squid.
Suspicion floods Raxlin's mind. Your brain howls as you force a final query into his throat.
Why were the Gith chasing that ship?
You see dark tunnels lit by noxious pools of brine. The darkness spreads through the earth. The sky splits open and nautiloids pour out of a void that consumes the stars.
What in the...
The corpse collapses, silent once more.
No, no! I'm not done! Riddles, all of it, and nothing to show for the trouble but rotting squid meat. No answers, no killer, and no damned weapon. That damned Drow was right. Can't let her get all of that glory. Seems I ain't done with you. Report to the Drow. Minthara's the name. She's mounting an attack on that blasted grove. Tell her you'll join her. Praise the Absolute.
No prizes for guessing what this weapon thereafter really is. The artifact. Something the matter?
With the dead. Rivers and...
That was intense. I wouldn't want to bump into that thing while it was still alive. Of course. The Absolute protects us now. But still.
I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. I doubt true soul Minthara has much patience left.
Better be cautious.
Absolute. On an
I've seen everything.
our enemies. Fertilize the fields.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Rivers and streams of blood.
I should speak up.
What are we waiting for? Spears are sharp. You see that eye what's it floating about? Best hope it don't take a fancy to ya. Unless you like playing hide and seek when you're trying to take a dump. Well, if that's how you get your kicks, ain't no business of mine. But when you're taking a tinkle, be sure to wave, eh? The bigwigs at Moonrise love a good show. How about I start
The
following
eye's
you, eh?
glassy black surface reflects your gaze. You sense no reaction from the unblinking eye.
The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving around out there. Something big.
It's not our concern. I'll pray it.
Mistress! It's me, your loyal servant, Sazza. I'm back, and I brought a friend.
A drow? Tell me, Sazza, did your misadventures take you to the Underdark?
They was in some rickety druid grove, mostly full of tieflings, but them intruders you're after were hiding out there.
I presume you dealt with my prey and massacred the rest?
Well, the thing about that is, they sort of massacred us. This mug helped me escape, though. I say we stick a few holes in her, show how grateful we are.
You feel a cold hand caress your mind as the drow praises you.
Oh dear. Your prisoner is one of the Absolute's favorites, Sazza. A true soul.
Nah, a can't be. They was in the grove, hanging around with the tieflings.
Undercover, no doubt. Carrying out the Absolute's will. Oh, Sazza, you have made a grave error. And it will be your last. My spiders are hungry, little one. But before they feast, tell me where that grove is. And I may yet spare your life.
It's past the bridge, to the east. Big old gate covered in ivy. Don't hurt me, mistress, please.
I will not hurt you. My spiders will have that pleasure.
No, I mucked up, I'm sorry. But I didn't know who they was. They didn't tell me nothing. Somebody help!
Through sheer luck, that pathetic worm has brought me the information I need. And it seems that the inhabitants of the Grove trust you. We can use that against them. You have a part to play in this slaughter.
Return to the grove. When my raiding party approaches, throw open the gate and signal me.
The fate of the Grove's inhabitants hangs in the balance. Killing the drow here would spare them, but it might be better to face her warband at the Grove itself, on familiar ground. On the other hand, participating in the slaughter as she asks may be the perfect way to earn her trust and access to the cult's inner circle.
You started the slaughter without me. How selfish. But we can still fight side by side. Together we will destroy any who have not died or fled. I will gather my warband. We will reach the grove by next light.
The Absolute will reward us.
Gather the raiders. It is
Yes, your
time.
ladyship.
Hello again, Commander.
join me. The Absolute demands blood.
Weird.
Just
We'll cut their horns off!
Nothing could stop us.
Who's rounding up the spiders?
If you fail me, the spiders will feed on your bones. I expect great things of you. When the battle begins, show me your worth. When we reach the grove,
It's gonna be a massacre.
Let's get moving. No prisoners, no mercy. We
The Lady of Sorrows guide us. Did you want something?
Seems bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Oi!
The road to Baldur's Gate is a long one. Who knows how long it'll take these folks to get there on foot.
If they make it. They're slow, vulnerable. Half or more will die long before Basilisk Gate.
Doesn't seem to trouble you a jot.
What good would it do for me to be troubled? We can't save them all.
My condition is worsening again. I need to consume some powerful magic or it may become volatile. Thank you. It is a strange experience. Each time anew. Like a lost soul is spelunking through the darkness that is me, only to be sacrificed on the dread altar of the heart. Somehow the second artifact hasn't had the effect of the first. It's somewhat relieved the discomfort, but I fear my hunger hasn't quite... Ever the pragmatist in chief, aren't you? The magic isn't having the effect it should have. It's not like the last time, like a rainstorm that quells a forest fire. It merely drizzles. The embers still sizzle, the fire remains undefeated. I'm not certain what's going on, but nothing good. Please, I need to think. I need to retrace my steps to a glade of calm and think. Thank you for the artifact. A great deal of trouble it was, too. A great deal of trouble indeed.
Open up.
The corpse has nothing to say.
Ever since we shared each other's flesh, I've caught you looking at me with lidded eyes. And either like a coward or a fool, you tremble. Perhaps the parasite has weakened you. Or perhaps you still long for my taste. Just when my tongue was craving a second sample. To think you'd starve yourself while gazing at a feast luscious as this.
Hope we weren't supposed to take any prisoners.
One of them was praying when I slit its throat. Who'd the devils even pray to?
You see what I did? The Absolute's gonna recognize me. Make me a true soul, I tell ya.
This place is ours now! Don't be nicking the best loot for yourself.
Goblin kids would have put up a better fight. Killed my first human when I was 5 years old. Tieflings are soft.
Let's just get out of the way.
That's curious.
Smiling. It's scared when she smiles.
have a look.
Not unless the drow tells us. Meant to keep one alive for a pet. They broke too easy.
Druids store their liquor. I'm not even sure if they drink liquor.
Ever wondered what devil flesh tastes like? My bet's on stench cow.
We should have raided another tavern. We should have raided a town. A city.
Praise the Absolute! Sister, she will reward us well for this exquisite carnage.
There were few left alive. You began the slaughter without me, I assume. The true honor is to serve the Absolute. She loves you fiercely. I see that in the strength she has given you. And she has so much more to give. There is a bond between us, true soul. I can see what you are, what you want, and you can see what I want.
Through her eyes, you see yourself. Skin glistening with sweat, hands bound. Ecstasy or terror. Maybe both. You feel her breath on your neck, her fingers running down your spine, and then it is over.
I will come to your camp tonight. We will celebrate this victory. Together.
As you approach your camp, the raucous celebrations have already begun. Volo has fallen into the goblin's clutches again and appears to be chronicling your misdeeds. The goblins praise the Absolute, but their celebrations also honor their leaders, Minthara and you.
You fought well, and so did these creatures, thanks to our leadership. When you tire of their company, come to me. Tonight, you are mine.
Yeah, right. Sitting all by himself. You'll never get stronger by just standing around. Not the time you start moving again.
At the ready.
I've got a long road ahead. Very well.
Fate spins along.
Need to find a way forward.
She looks you up and down, her mind touches yours. You feel her hand at your neck, her lips closing around yours.
Are you ready to give yourself to me? Good.
I will join you when you go to your bed. You are mine.
Our gift to the Absolute. May the whole world see his strength. Let the Absolute hear your prayers. Let the blood of our enemies flow over you.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
May the Absolute give us all power. I got it all red here. Red for our love of the Absolute.
Don't lift a finger, boss. I'm keeping guard. You go have a drink.
Aha, there you are. Come now, settle in. I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night. But I am engaged in setup. If we are to write your legend, that ballad was but something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk of worth. And in fact, away and have your fun.
The Absolute conquered.
What a glorious celebration. Hip deep in gore. And you're carousing with Minthara. Careful that she doesn't take a piece of you as a souvenir. Not that I'm judging. I have this.
Shadowheart's mind is drenched in drink and confusion. She's killed before, enjoyed it even, but now an ill, twisting feeling lingers in her gut, one that has nothing to do with the wine.
Guilty? Ridiculous. What's that to be guilty for? I serve the Lady of Loss. We strip those tieflings of hope itself. Just let me enjoy a drink in peace. We set a pack of refugees on fire. A child could have done it. Not exactly an ambush for the ages. Not interested in Minthara's leftovers, I'm afraid. Unless you meant to raise my spirits by other means. Ah, sitting. Such an engaging activity. But that doesn't sound half bad.
Just imagine what these skulls are gonna look. Never seen a true soul in action before. I'd follow you to the hells and back. Once we're rested, we should carve our way right to Baldur's Gate. Whole world needs to know what we did here.
Well, hello. Welcome to my humble party. What's your poison? Red? White? Ah, a good, full-bodied choice. So, what are we drinking to? Other than a pile of corpses. To victory. Mmm. Delicious. So, I see you and the drow have been making eyes at each other. She does seem like a fun romp, as long as she doesn't bite your head off halfway through the act. Huh. No, my love, I'm not jealous of the drow. You have all the fun you want, if you survive the night. As for me, I'm going to drink until I know I won't hear you grunting in the bushes. Here's to you.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness. I smell their blood on you still. I smell your moisture. How torturous for us both that I'll never get a taste. Oh, but do enjoy yourself this night. I intend to myself.
It's a helmet.
True soul, Mom. A present straight from the battlefield.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Had to cut off the stiff's fingers to get it.
Though it is scuffed and smeared with blood, you realize the loot belonged to Alfira, the tiefling bard.
Thank you, true soul.
This is the worst moment. When the screams of the dying have faded, and the conquering hordes howl and yelp as they come to their vile climax. Massacre. A spectacle of slaughter. And I participated. What are these bloody stumps that used to be such delicate harpists of the weave? No. Two shadows are darkening my soul. The shadow within and the shadow without. You. You led me down this path. Don't blame me for detesting them. I don't know myself anymore. All this, it's not who I am. Around you, I'm not who I want to be. I should leave. Yes. Yes, I suppose we do. Few things are more powerful than the will to live. But carnage such as this. The shadow within is spreading like poison, corrupting kindness and compassion. Perhaps you'll understand me better when you know the truth of my condition. No. A night like this is unfit to bear witness to such a tale. It's unfit for most things. Now please, permit me some peace amidst this vile revelry. We'll speak, but another time.
Here we go.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk.
Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone.
There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
You are here. Good. Come with me. Now, lie down. Neither. It is an instruction. Now, silence. Lie down. You learn fast. Your obedience will make this more enjoyable for both of us. Tell me what you want, and you shall have me.
As your bodies lock together, so do your minds. Her whole being is laid bare before you. And half hidden at the center of her desire, you discover something unexpected. Fear. She flinches as layers of her psyche peel back, revealing the scars of a life spent anticipating a knife in the back. The memories of countless dead slain too soon. Not just enemies, but family, friends, lovers.
Speak to me. Tell me what is in your heart. No. I want the truth. I want to hear it in your voice, not in my mind. The Absolute owns my mind. I cannot remember a time when her voice did not fill it. Except tonight. Tonight, the Absolute was silent. I only heard your breath and your voice. How is that possible?
The artifact pulses softly, sending out a warning. It is a friend.
This is blasphemy. But so much that has happened since I left the Underdark is like a dream of somebody else's life. I do not know myself anymore, except tonight. Tonight, I wanted this. For myself. I must pray, and you must rest. Tomorrow, we will have fresh orders.
In your dream, you stand over yourself as you sleep. A knife in your hand. Murder in your heart. You are ready to strike, to end your own life. But then a shock runs through your mind. This is no dream.
Wake up, true soul. We must talk. I watched over you as you slept, peaceful and silent. And I spoke to our god. I asked her why she had chosen you, made you one of her faithful, when you are so clearly broken. Beautiful, but broken. There is something missing in you. And I do not understand it. When the Absolute failed to answer me, I feared that you had somehow infected me with that same absence. And so I decided that you must die. But then, a miracle happened. As I took out my blade, her voice returned to me, and she told me what I must do to purge myself of doubt. She told me to decide your fate, to determine if you are worthy. If you are, I am to send you into her embrace, at the seat of her power. In time, I believe we may be together. Travel to Moonrise. We will meet again there, at the heart of the Absolute's power. To gather our forces in this region. They're ill-disciplined. Without a strong hand, they'll disperse. I do not know. But I do know that she allowed me to spare you. When you meet her at Moonrise, she will show you her design and your part in it. She will test you. If you fail, you will break. If your faith is strong, you will become something even more beautiful. With difficulty, but I can help. The land around Moonrise is cursed. Traveling there will sap your strength and your sanity. But I can protect you. A wretched creature in my service can guide you through the curse.
This harp will summon him. Play it when you are in the shadows, and he will come to you, and know that you are a friend. He was a drow once. Now he is an abomination, a victim of Lolth's cruelty. His minions will wait for you at the mountain pass, on the threshold of the Shadow Curse. I warn you, he is quite mad, but he knows the path to Moonrise better than anyone. Go to him when you are ready. I will lead what remains of my forces to Moonrise ahead of you. When we next meet, we will be together in the Absolute's presence, and she will make us her champions.
Dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth. He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.